people. Landscape. I have a story. Guys, remind me never to go out in the evening ever again. Today is my first and last. Guys, everybody say hi. So, I've had this braids for way too long. It's getting mushy and crusty. That's what happens when you keep things on stagnant mood. But, like all the many things in my life, that's about to change.
So what be doing?
Picture say.
Yeah, was you on a video. They might pull you.
Hello, I didn't plan to end up in this beautiful beach. But I did. I followed my mom all the way to a family meeting here in Ningo. That just goes to prove that I'm such a baby girl. I've always been a baby girl. And for contest's sake, I'm an only child, so that's my excuse. But my mom has always been protective of me, overprotective of me. It always gets to a point where you are tired of it. And believe it or not, I have never left my house at night before. Hello, so this is the life update we've been waiting for. And I still haven't washed this hair, but I'll wash it, trust me. As I've already established, there are lots of things I felt like I needed to change in my life, which includes reducing the need my mom feels to protect me. So an opportunity presented itself. I was sitting my somewhere and a good friend of mine was opening a sky bar and was launching it. So he invited me. It was just a good chance for me to leave the house at night. So I took the opportunity, and that's where things began to get real. I had no idea where I was going to. I left my house late. It was about 4. That's the first time in my life, trust me, that I've left my house with my mom's permission to go somewhere after 4 or 5. I actually invited a good friend of mine to accompany me, Kofi, in Peninsula. I was on my way to Usu. I had to get off at Sankara and continue my journey from there. And I was carrying 2 bags, one with an extra slipper and then my handbag, which contained my money, my power bank, and all those stuff. And I was holding my phone in my hand. So that's what, as you know, I'm using for my location. So from Sankara, I wasn't sure exactly where I was going, so I decided to pick a taxi since they know the way around better. After I sat in it, he said that he's not going towards my direction, so I should get off. What happened next was practically my fault because the slippers I was wearing was a tie-up slippers. I hadn't worn it in a very long time, so it kept slipping down. As soon as I tie it up, after I walk for a while, it slips down, so I have to drop my things along the way, tie it up, carry my things and continue. Then it slips down and I have to tie it. So I sat in the taxi. The slippers had become loose. I dropped my bag in my phone and I tied up the slippers. That's when the driver was like, oh, he doesn't want to use that way, blah blah blah, so I should get off. And he had stopped in the traffic light, so in in a rush to get off the taxi before the traffic lights turned green, I picked my stuff. He didn't give me lights to what I say, so I just picked my bags, my 2 bags, and I left. When I got off at the traffic light, so I have to walk to the next junction to get another car or a bus or whatever. That's when I started looking for my phone, and I was like, I did not find a phone in the bag. The taxi driver is nowhere to be found, and I actually walked a few steps back to go and check other places where I stopped to tie up my slippers. And the phone, my phone was nowhere to be found. Hey, but yeah, we are maintaining duty. The sad aspect of it was the fact that at the point when I was using this iPhone 8, I had another phone. So that's what I was using for all my social media, and I was just using the iPhone for my videos. So I hadn't set up anything, my iCloud, find my phone. Trust me, there was nothing I could do to relocate my phone, and I had to give up on it. I lost a lot of videos. I had so many videos that I had shot and I was waiting to edit. In fact, I had shot a video about sunsets. Oh my god, this is the most painful one. My trip to Wa. He got that thing and I want to cry. I want to cry. I want to cry. I wanna brush his body. Let it go. I need a man to rub my body. I need a man to rub my body. And if it's body, I don't mind. I have about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I mean 6 different videos to edit, and I've lost all of that. That's very painful. And during the point when I didn't have a phone, I had a lot of gigs in relation to modeling. I was going for shoots, I was having shows, and getting to those locations was very hard. God, I had to go back to medieval times when I'm asking for directions. Hey, comm-ci, my bro. I'm the kind of person that I do not dwell too much on regrets or heartbreaks, and like even if I can't see the bright side, I forget that bad shit happened, and I've come all the way here. Kofi is waiting for me. He has no idea my phone is gone, so I still have to get to my location to give him the gist. So I found my way. I found Kofi in Pinisim.
Enjoyment tonight. Okay.
I gave him the news. And then we stayed for a while and kept calling my phone. They didn't answer. And one time the person answered, did not say a word after that. The number you're calling cannot be reached at the moment. Please try again later. The number you're calling cannot be reached at the moment. Please try again later. In fact, while I was on my way back home, I was like, hey, Chinekebe, my mother was right. The world is a dangerous place. Everybody's hot. Everybody's looking for something to find something to make ends meet. So when I came back home and I told my mother that, Mommy, I want to leave my phone in the car. She said, That is when I knew that my mother is not going to buy me a phone. I used to use my mom's phone. Like, I logged onto IG, so if you were on IG, you wouldn't notice that I was off. So I didn't dwell on it. I was just online when I could be online. I mean, even at the party, like,
just like this, then they show you the latest. We walk over the haters. What you do?
I didn't dwell on the phone is gone. I don't have a phone. What can I do? Can I die? No. And I enjoyed myself and I came back home. So yeah, how was life without a phone? It wasn't terrible. I survived the whole entire lockdown without a cell phone. I broke my phone. Like, I've had so many phone breakages and wreckages and losing of mobile phones, so it wasn't strange. I just had to watch movies, and I used that opportunity to also explore my neighborhood. I've never gone anywhere in this town. I used to read. I started reading a book. So yeah, I started reading this book. It's called Written on the Wind. It's a story about a female journalist who was trying to navigate her way through the Second World War. Basically, this book kept me staying. So I'm actually even trying to minimize my screen time so that I can read more books, because I really enjoyed reading. So that was it. I lost my phone. I lost a lot of things. But I came to the realization that, like, the nightlife is not my scene. There was nothing special about it. Look at this beautiful daylight. Look at what it does to your skin. I mean, my parents were right. I wasn't even that eager to be going out at night. I just really wanted my mom to let me make my own mistakes. And mistakes I did make. I've learned all the lessons I need to learn from that. But obviously, good things come out of the very bad situations where you think that you've lost. And I did miss you guys so much. I needed to come back to you guys. We are creating such a bond that I do not want to leave you hanging ever again. By the grace of God, I have a new phone. So that's what's been going on in my life. Lots of other things are going on in my life, but this is basically why I had to leave for 5 weeks, and now I'm back. Thanks for sticking around. Those who called me to find out where I was, those who sent me DMs on IG saying we miss your videos, I'm back with this. I'm back with the